Hey, it's Monk and Kelly with New Country Fresh on Music Row. Look at this. I want you to look at this because this is what a bad girl looks like. This is what a bad girl looks like.
Uh-oh. I have to tell you, when we heard your song the other day, it was like, oh, this is fantastic.
I brought out the bad girl and her, and we're married, and thank you.
Then you know what? I have succeeded. That was exactly what I wanted with this song. It's why I love it so much, because you know what? If you've been married for a long time, listen to that little devil on your shoulder. Go out on a hot night with your husband. Go for it.
There's nothing wrong with that. You hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Hint, hint.
His idea of a hot night, though, unfortunately, is like Burritoville or something like that.
Hey, a hot night after a long marriage time, that's all right. You'll take what you can get, right?
If it's a drive-through, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But in any case, you've been in some pretty interesting company lately, like Tommy Cash.
Yes, ma'am. I at my showcase on Tuesday, which thank y'all so much for being there.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Tommy Cash, it was such an honor to have him there. First of all, just being at the Cash Family Museum. I mean, what an awesome place. You can feel the vibe just coming through the walls. And that is something that's really, really great. And to have Tommy there and then to have him join me on stage to sing Jackson was just, it was really, really awesome. I opened for Tommy a couple years ago in Westerly, Rhode Island. And he asked me to sing Jackson with him, and I chickened out on him. So, but I thought that this would be a great way to really pay respect and pay tribute to the Johnny Cash Museum, but to Tommy. You know, he had a number of top 40s that no one knew. So for him to be a legend in his own right and to share the stage with me, I loved every second
We're
of
in
it.
Westerly, Rhode Island. That's my old stomping grounds. I'm not kidding you.
Really?
Yes, because the park there in Westerly, Rhode Island, and you'll know this when you see it, when you go there, is fashioned after Central Park in New York. Yeah. Did you know that?
I did know that, actually. We had our shows. There was the State Fair Festival, and we were literally on the beach. Unfortunately, though, they've planned it in the most cold months of the year. It was pretty rough, but such a great time.
But they wanted you to cuddle. I think that was what it was.
Yes, I think they want, and Tommy was okay with it. So hey, it worked.
So you weren't too far from Watch Hill, and that's where Taylor lives. Did she invite you over for a macchiato or something?
Not this time around. Next time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you go to Danny's Burgers?
I did not, but I have heard about it.
Best bar in the world. You got to hang out there.
Well, now I have to go.
There we go.
Their burgers are famous, and
wow.
and then like right up there, like a couple doors up, Room Full of Blues, and I mean some serious Grammy.
Well, I think we should all go together next time because it sounds like you've got the know about with this.
Well, remember, you must listen to your bad girl.
Always.
You must listen to your bad girl.
She knows what she's talking about. Where do you usually go for pit stops when you're touring?
Well, I'm a firm believer that when I'm on the road, I want to really take in everything you can with it. And when you're crammed in a car or a bus, whatever it is, it's kind of hard to see how you can get valuation out of that. But my team and my crew, we have a rule that we do not go to any chain restaurants. We only go to a local place to eat, support the local businesses, local community, and you get, oh man, the best food in the world. I mean, and it's usually the smaller the town, the more hole-in-the-wall restaurant, and it's phenomenal. So I've been very blessed to do that, and that really adds a lot to the road.
Awesome.
Exactly. So do you cook while you're there too, or do you like go out and hang out and grab a little bit of culture from each of the cities that you go through?
I love to grab the culture from each of the cities because, when you are able to go out and to visit your fans and to personally thank them for supporting your music and supporting the local radio station, there's no greater way for me to just say thank you and to get out there and experience that local yumminess and to hang out with the fans because that's what it's all about. That's why they support country music because they love it. So that's why I like to get out and give it back to them.
And do you prefer some of the smaller venues when you go in to get that intimate feeling and or do you like a bigger venue and do you think you're going to be doing some bigger tour type things?
Well, we've definitely got bigger plans ahead and a great summer of touring ahead of us and really excited for it. And I just couldn't be happier with the team of people I'm surrounded by. But I have to tell you, any venue, honestly, because every single venue has fans. And those fans, even if it's one, because God knows all of us artists, we've been there with that one person. But whether it's 1,000 or 50,000 or one, for me, being on stage, if for during a song for that 3.5 minutes, if I can look in the crowd and see someone that has a smile on their face or is dancing or listening to their bad girl, and they have forgotten about the bad day they had at work or the debt that they owe, whatever it is, then I've done my job. And that is so gratifying for me no matter what size of the venue is. And I try to really connect with my fans and just show appreciation to them no matter where I'm at.
Give us one of those, is this really happening moments? I mean, your most memorable one.
Well, it's funny. I was on a radio tour a couple weeks ago, and all these stations, they always want to know, well, who was the first station that you heard your record in the car? And a lot of times it's a little staged because you're so quick to finish these interviews on the road because you've got to drive 5 hours to get to the next one. Yep. That they're like, okay, well, listen, because we'll play it in 5 minutes. But to me, that doesn't really count because it's coming. But a couple weeks ago, we were in the middle of Arkansas somewhere, and literally, I had been in the gas station getting the popcorn and the Starburst and the Rock Stars and all these things that get you through the 6-hour drives. And got in the car and hadn't been in the car but maybe 20 seconds. And all of a sudden I hear it. Here's Erica Nicole's brand new single, I Listen to My Bad Girl. And it was funny because the intro to it, they were talking a pretty good length. And we were able to get the camera rolling. Someone else in the car, my promoter was with me, and Lynn grabbed her camera and she videotaped it. And I squealed. And I'm like, but it's just so cool to really think that, wow, it really,
that's
you want to be pinched like this is really happening.
And there's your message. All of a sudden you're saying to yourself, hey, all the hard work that you've done on a project, and you've got great producers and writers, and talk about that because they're pretty celebrated.
I have a beautiful team of people that I couldn't be happier with, honestly. And I've got a new producer, Kent Wells, who is son of a gun, is on the road with Dolly Parton right now, which is why he couldn't make it on Tuesday. But it's an honor to work with him because for me, as an artist, I want to grow. I want to continue to push myself and challenge myself because I want to always give to country radio what country radio deserves to get from me. And something that I'm proud of. Yeah. And so teaming up with Kent has really given me the opportunity to push myself vocally, to push myself musically. And he's just so wonderful to work with. And then I've got a great team of promoters that are going out there and making the calls and doing what they do best. And they're rocking it, and just every unseen job has a beautiful person behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Erica Nicole, and the latest is a CD out, or is it the EP that's out?
Right now, it is just a single, I Listen to My Bad Girl, but we are working on the full album.
Great.
And as soon as we can get Kent back in town from New Zealand, Australia, we're definitely going to get right back in the studio, and we've got a great lineup of songs that I'm so excited and can't wait to share with y'all.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.